Hi friends, this is Sarah from Crafting and Relaxing. Welcome. Thank you so very much for joining me. I call you my friend, whether this is your first video or you've been with me since the beginning. I appreciate that you hang out in my craft room with me. This is Joy of Blue. On the 12th each month, a bunch of my friends and I share projects with blue in them. Could be quilts, could be paint pouring, could be resin, card making, scrapbooking, anything you want. If you make something and it has blue, you share it. Be sure to check out the other collaborators. There will be a list down below. You might get inspired on an existing hobby or pick up a new one. You never know. This month, I did something that I have never done before. I was kind of thinking, what should I make for Joy of Blue? You know, I have tons of blue stuff. I could make just about anything. So if you have requests or you have ideas or something that you've seen go by and I haven't used, don't hesitate to tell me. But I made a journal with one patterned paper. That's it. I had this giant folded piece of paper. I believe I got it at Scraps KC, so last summer in Kansas City. I was just in love with it. The pattern said, "Take me home," the second I saw it. I knew it was in kind of rough shape, but I figured I could make it work. I think what happened was it was folded and maybe got spilled or splashed or something. The edges were yellowed and maybe a bit pink. There wasn't a big piece to make a journal cover with, so then I thought I would collage it. But it went on so nicely. If you look carefully, I have a seam down the front here. I kind of like it because it adds extra depth in the layers. You don't even really notice right away that that's what's going on. The back, you'll see, is absolutely perfect, but it's just not quite as interesting because you don't have the two layers showing through. I went back and forth and tried to decide, and I decided if this was going to be my journal, I would do it this way. I might even decorate the front to add some more interest, but I didn't want to put this on the back. I just liked it. And this is rice paper. It says somewhere on it, made in Japan. It feels wonderful. I didn't put any adhesive on the top of it to keep that feeling. It's like a combination of a fancy paper and fabric. It almost feels fabric-y. So let's take a look at what I did on the inside. It is so simple and so clean, you're not going to believe it. If this one speaks to you and it needs to come to your house, go ahead and message me. Otherwise, eventually it will probably end up on Etsy just because I make so many blue things I love. I can't keep them all. So I stitched it with black, and there is black in the paper, so I thought that was perfect. And then on the inside, I started looking at different patterns of paper, and that's when I really started to think, maybe I'm not going to use anything else. And I went with this really dark navy, a very smooth paper, so you kind of have the contrast in texture. And maybe I could have put a pocket here, but I just didn't. And then I used a whole bunch of very light blue paper. There are some slight variations in paper, but I stayed away from the green. I just wanted to be sure it was blue and nothing tealy in here. So for the most part, you have blank paper. I do have a few stamps here and there, and I kind of went with the same theme for the cover. So I have this gorgeous stamp. This is an old Personal Stamp Exchange stamp. And then a bunch of plain, and then some more navy, maybe the same paper, maybe different. I just sort of went through my collection. And see, there's quite a few pages, so you could use it to actually make notes or sketch. It's mostly 20-pound paper, so probably not mixed media, but you could collage on it or just use it as a glue book and put stuff in. Enjoy the little things. And then on this page, there were a bunch of plain pages. And then on this page, I just glued a tiny scrap in here. And it's just gorgeous to me. I love having the edge show around. And this paper is so amazing. I just didn't want it to conflict with anything or have to work to really show itself. This one is actually just a little tiny pocket. Little tuck spot up there if you wanted. The world is but a canvas to our imagination, and that's kind of what I was thinking for this book. It could be anything. It could be like your exercise tracking journal. I don't have one of those, but maybe you do. Good job. Keep it up. Wilson tells me when it's time to exercise. Then I have a couple in here that are 8.5 by 14. I left them long so they fold out. And this one I stamped on it. And again, another personal stamp exchange Asian image. And a couple more things. Oh, here's another one. Cherry blossoms and birds. Noni was sure we needed this one in there to keep with the theme. And then live the life of your dreams. I just stamped that up in the corner. And then just tiny little scraps here and there, just occasionally. Nothing busy. I just kind of love it. And it's only been assembled for maybe 24 hours, so it'll continue to flatten. It was really flat, but I just couldn't resist and added some more pages to it, so it might be a little on the fat side for one signature. That way there's plenty of room to write notes. I hope you like it. I hope you can hear how wonderful it is. I hope it inspires you to make something blue. Go check out our other friends and leave us comments. Let us know what you liked in our projects. Maybe you're not a blue person, but there are other color collabs also. There's Passion for Purple, and then there's also a pink one. I think I started something. I hope you're taking good care of yourselves. Bye-bye.